Great to see you again. It's been a long time. It feels like a long time. You're looking well. How are you?
Yeah, feeling good. It's certainly a different situation to what we're all used to, but no, feeling good, ticking over, and hopefully the end's in sight.
How's the family? Anyone back in New Zealand, or are they in this country at the moment?
Dad was stuck in New Zealand for a long period of time. Luckily enough, he got in on a flight that the British government put on for Australian Brits around the world. He got back 2 weeks on Thursday. So yeah, it's nice to have him back in the country, especially for Mum to have a bit of family around her because she's been in Birmingham all by herself. So it's been tough on her, but at least she's got some company back, which is the main thing.
Absolutely. New Zealand's been a shining light, though, hasn't it? Your guys seem to do a lot of things right, and they certainly seem to have got this right. And a more self-contained country, but that's great news from your part of the world, isn't it?
Look, yeah, I think they were just very quick to act on what they've seen across the whole world. They shut it down completely very quickly, and it seemed to have worked very well in the country with less than 20 deaths and things like that. So it's actually been fantastic for New Zealand in that sense. So yeah, they seem to be on the up and releasing bits and pieces already, which is good. I think they're into level 2 lockdown in a few days' time. So they're getting back to normal a lot quicker than what we are.
Yeah, but you folks are well in the Midlands. And the Midlands, of course, because they came over when you were at West Brom. Does that seem a long time ago? I know you've said before how much encouragement they gave you to make the big step from a kid in New Zealand to a teenager at West Bromwich Albion.
Oh gosh, yeah. It's been a long time. What is it, 12 years now since I've been over? So yeah, this is basically home in a sense. I've lived here most of my adult life, which is the biggest portion probably of your life so far. So yeah, it's a long time ago since those days back at West Brom, but no, it's been a fortuitous last 12 years. Let's put it that way.
Did it seem a long time ago? Your Premier League debut came at West Bromwich Albion, didn't it? That was it. You got your first taste of it, and obviously you've progressed along the ladder since, and some good moves, and you, as let's say, at the peak of your career now, certainly the peak of your powers. Does that seem a long time ago, being a rookie at West Brom?
Oh, it definitely does. Yeah, that's years ago now, and I've taken the long way around to get back to the Premier League, which sometimes it has to be done. So it's nice to be back in where I think I belong. So in that sense, it's good.
I guess you wouldn't have too many complaints though, because you're a big hit in the Championship. You've won promotions. You know, you've scored a lot of goals in the Championship, and now you're doing it in the Premier League. So as you say, you've had to do it the hard way, perhaps, but it's certainly been a steady progression all the way, hasn't it?
Yeah, correct, and I wouldn't change any of it. Going on loan was fundamental to turning into the player I am today. It made me change my game and understand and learn from different managers and pick up different things. Understand how different teams work, how to react with men in football, especially at the age of 17 when I went on loan first time. So it's tough, but yeah, I've been fortunate enough to have quite a few promotions, a few championship wins and things like that. So it's been great in that sense.
And since you've been a permanent Premier League player at Burnley, double figures every season, that's not to be sneezed at.
No, definitely not. I'm extremely happy with what I've done, and hopefully there's a lot more to come from me. But yeah, triple seasons of double figures is not bad at all. I'm quite happy with that.
And this season, as funny as it's been your most prolific yet, because you got to 11, 10-10, and then you've got to 11 already with still 9 games to go. So you must have been pleased with what you've done so far this season, with a couple of games out injured as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a good season in the end for me and as well as the team. We looked all right, we looked well, and we got points on the board early, which is great for us. So it's fantastic to see where the club's sitting. Hopefully when these games kick back off, if that's the case, then we can kick on and do well for the rest of the 9 games.
What's it like thinking back to when you were playing? It does seem an awful long time ago, and the Tottenham game was the last one, but you were on a fantastic run at the time, the famous night at Old Trafford, and everything was just going really well, wasn't it?
Yeah, indeed. What was it, 8 games unbeaten up until that point where we had to stop playing for the virus. So it was good in that sense, and scoring goals, which was great as well. So yeah, we were in good form as a team, which was fantastic. So hopefully we can just pick back up where we left off. But it's going to be tough, especially with 2 months without a game, no proper real training. Home workouts are different, let's put it that way. But it's been good, something different.
Yeah, what's it been like in terms of the home workouts? Because you say with greatest intention you can try and stay fit, and I'm sure you've been diligent, you look well, but it must be quite difficult, A, for motivation, and B, just you can't even replicate really quite what you need, can you? It's just a case, I imagine, of keeping some basic fitness levels up.
Look, yeah, you try and do as much as you can. You just have to be creative, and luckily we've got Shorty there who's fantastic at sorting those things out, getting your plans and sessions. Most of the lads got bikes and things like that, so bike sessions have been fantastic to be able to do at home, which I say quite enjoy, but in a loose term of enjoy. I find they're extremely tough and sometimes even tougher than running. So, but no, it's been different. We've kept fit. Everybody seems good. Spoken to them all, and they seem good. So hopefully we're raring to go when we get the call.
Yeah, we'll come to that in just a moment. But as you say, you've spoken to them all. I'm sure you're still in touch with a lot of lads all the time. You and Corky still chatting regularly, I imagine.
Of course, we're more chatting about the days we've missed in the horse racing calendar. Of course, with the May Festival at Chester would have just been last week, and
yes, that was the famous day last year, wasn't it? When the sort of syndicate first came to the public knowledge, if you like, when you had the great winner there, when all the lads were there.
Exactly, yeah. So we have fond memories of Chester. So it would have been nice to have been there, hopefully with one of ours, which was looking like we would have had one there. So it's certainly different, but we've got other big events in that side of the industry to hopefully be at for the boys in Burnley and the future of more turf racing.
It'll be quite unusual if you're playing football at the same time as Royal Ascot. That will never have happened before, and hopefully for all the best reasons in the world, apart from a tournament for yourself in New Zealand, hopefully it'll never happen again. But we're looking, and fingers crossed everybody wants it to happen, but of a sort of summer of football, which is going to be unique, but it feels like something that everybody wants.
Look, yeah, it's completely different to what we'll be used to. From my point of view, and this is only my point of view, I'd like it to continue, get back to playing football as long as it's all safe and everybody's happy. I think it's a bit easier for me because I am on my own, single, nobody around, only the dog and things like that. So I've been able to self-isolate quite well in that sense. So it's more the people with family and the risk of spreading the infection and things like that. But it seems like the Premier League, the government are all there looking at it, every strategy, every opportunity to make it as safe as possible. And I'm sure they'll nullify pretty much all the percentage of being able to pass it on.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting close, hopefully, to a return. There's a lot of protocols. I know the clubs are working very hard, as you say, to make it safe for everybody. The Premier League, all the clubs are doing that. There's going to be different things in place at the training ground, but with a bit of luck, it won't be too far away. And what will that mean to sort of take the next step along the comeback trail?
Well, it'd be fantastic. Just get back into training, get back to hopefully playing regular-ish games. If that's the case, I know it's going to be behind closed doors and things like that, so it's not going to be the same feel as what it used to be 2 months ago. But at least it's something. At least people can watch it on TV, and we can see the conclusion of the Premier League, which I think is right to do so because you look at Liverpool's worked so hard throughout the whole season and things like that. Leicester being up the top all the way, it's hard to take it away from them and things like that if that was the case. And then, of course, if you look down throughout the whole leagues, it's denying people opportunity of being up in the big time or say Crew in League Two being able to come up to League One and keep progressing as a club. So it's one of those. Hopefully, football can reunite again, and we can see a positive outcome from all this.
Yeah, again, a lot of talk. We don't know if it'll be neutral grounds, whether in fact turf more might be used again this season. I suppose you'll just have to accept any challenge that comes your way and get your head around it and crack on. And funny, 3 points is the same value as 3 points at a full house earlier in the season.
Look, yeah, it's one of those. If neutral venue was used, to me, it doesn't matter one bit. It's a ground. At the end of the day, it's a pitch. Yeah, the fans can be hugely effective for home teams, but they can also go against you on away teams. So it's when you play away and play at home, it's very different. So playing at neutral venues will just make it even across the board in that sense. So it's probably the logistical way of doing it and the right way of doing it at the moment, especially with the way the world is.
It's funny to talk about targets, but you are 10th in the table. You're on the back of this great run. you know, you're professional lads, and I know you're all about winning. So once you start again, you want to keep winning, and who knows what the rest of the season may hold.
Exactly, it's 9 games to hopefully push up the league and do well. And luckily, we put ourselves in a great position that we don't need to worry too much about anything else. We can just focus on ourselves, working hard as a team, getting back to winning ways, doing that, enjoying ourselves, and hopefully scoring goals along the way as a full team.
It'd be great to see you back, Chris. We don't know when we'll see an X on the pitch, but hopefully sometime. And just lastly from yourself, A, looking forward to getting back training, and B, some more goals before the end of what will go down as the strangest season in history of football, I think, won't it?
It definitely will go down as the strangest season. But yeah, it'll be lovely to be back playing, back training, seeing the lads. It's been a long time. Normally you see them more than your family, so it's quite different, to be fair. But no, it'll be good get back and see them, and then hopefully the season can finish.
We look forward to it, Chris. Thanks for your time.
Cheers, Pete. Take care.